everyone, welcome to Pabbly. So are you still replying manually to your WhatsApp messages and capturing leads one by one and making bookings the hard way? But what if I told you that your WhatsApp could automatically collect the leads, add them to the Google Sheet and book appointments or make booking for you 24/7? Yes, you heard it right, and we are going to do this by creating a WhatsApp chatbot using Pabbly Chatflow. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a powerful automation which can capture leads and bookings on WhatsApp, and this is going to be a revenue booster for you. So this chatbot is going to capture the leads on my WhatsApp and directly add it to the Google Sheet without any manual intervention or manual involvement. And now in this video, firstly I will show you the working of this WhatsApp chatbot in real time, and then we will build this WhatsApp chatbot step by step. So without any further delay, let's move on towards my Pabbly Chatflow and create this amazing revenue booster WhatsApp chatbot. So right here on the screen you can see this is the structured flow which I have created for creating this WhatsApp chatbot. And now we are going to create the structured format of the flow for creating our WhatsApp chatbot. But let's firstly test this WhatsApp chatbot which I have already built in for testing. So here I'm landed to my WhatsApp, and now let's say I'm the user or the customer who want to make the inquiry or make the booking. So here I'm going to send a message to the business number which is saved here as my test number. So now let's say I'm going to enter a message that is hello, and this message is going to initiate my WhatsApp chatbot. So as I have entered this message, I'm getting this welcome message which says hello and welcome to Glow Beauty Salon. We are excited to pamper you. I can help you book your appointment or answer your queries in seconds. And here we are getting this button that is our services. So now I'm going to select it, and as I have selected this button, I'm getting the list of the services offered by this salon. So here I'm going to open this list, and here you can see I'm getting some of the services offered by this business or the salon. So here I'm going to select this first service, that is haircut, and here I'm creating this WhatsApp chatbot for a salon business, but you can modify this WhatsApp chatbot according to your business as well. So now as I have selected my service, I'm getting a message which is asking me to enter my full name. So here I'm going to enter my full name as demo user. So now let's enter it, and as I have provided my full name, I'm getting a message which is asking me to enter my email address. So here I'm going to enter my email address as demo@pabblytudes.com. So now let's provide it, and as I have provided my email address, I'm getting a message which is asking me to enter my preferred appointment date. So here I'm going to enter my preferred appointment date as 21st January 2026, and as I have provided my preferred appointment date, I'm getting a message which is asking me to enter my preferred appointment time. So here I'm going to enter my preferred appointment time as 11 a.m. So now let's enter it, and here as I have provided my preferred timing, I'm getting a thank you message which says thank you demo user, your haircut appointment is requested for the date at the time. So now you can see that I'm getting the same name, same date and the same time which I have recently entered. So not only interacting with the customers, not only saving the data, this WhatsApp chatbot is also helping you to send personalized messages to your customers. So now we have seen that my WhatsApp chatbot is working properly. Now let's move on towards my Google Sheet to check whether the data is saved over there or not. So here you can see this is the Google Sheet where I'm saving my data named as salon appointments, and here I'm getting the same service which I have recently selected, that is haircut, the full name, demo user, email, demo@pabblytudes.com, the date and the timing. So now you can see that my data is successfully saved in my Google Sheet. So now you have seen the working of this WhatsApp chatbot, and now let's start creating this amazing WhatsApp chatbot for your own business too. But before that, let me show you the surprise which is waiting for you. So right on the screen you can see this coupon code STUYT which is going to provide you exclusive discounts on your purchase for the Pabbly. So this is your chance to get instant savings and automate your whole business. So what are you waiting for? Use this coupon code STUYT and automate your business with heavy discounts. Now let's create this WhatsApp chatbot by typing the Pabbly Chatflow URL in the new tab. That is pabbly.com/chatflow, and once you will enter the URL, you will land to the home page of Pabbly where you will see two options, that is sign in and sign up free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click over this sign up free, and while you create your account on Pabbly Chatflow, you get 100 free credits every month to practice and explore Pabbly Chatflow. But if you already have an account, then you can just click over this sign in. But before we move on forward, let me tell you something exciting about Pabbly communities. So the Pabbly community is a place where automation users, marketers and business owners gathers to share their ideas, get updates and learn new ways to use Pabbly applications. So if you want to join the Pabbly community, then I have provided the link in the description given below. Now let's move on towards our Pabbly chat flow, where I'm going to simply click over this sign in, and once you finish your login or sign up, you will be getting this all Pabbly apps page. And as we are going to create a chatbot, then let's click over this access now button given on the Pabbly Chatflow app, and as you will click over the access now, you will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly Chatflow, where you can see these are the WhatsApp number connected to my Pabbly Chatflow account. And if you also want to add your WhatsApp number, then you just have to click over this add WhatsApp number button, where you can see two options of WhatsApp Connect and Manual Token Connect. So if you want to integrate your WhatsApp number easily, then you can select this WhatsApp Connect. But if you prefer connecting with token number, then you can select this option of Manual Token Connect. And if you want a detailed description of adding WhatsApp number, then you can find video link in the description given below. Now moving on to the sidebar, you can see these are the features provided by Pabbly Chatflow. And if you want to learn more about these features, then I have provided the link of the videos on the description given below. And now as we are going to create a chatbot, then let's click over the flows given on the sidebar. And here we are landed to this flow builder page, where you can see these are the flows created by me. And now for creating a new flow, we simply have to click over this add flow button, and here we are landed to the flow page, that is capture leads and bookings on WhatsApp. And here we are getting this trigger. Now you might be thinking, what is this trigger? So trigger is the event which initiate your WhatsApp chatbot, and this trigger event can be keyword or the regex entered by your users if your users start the conversation, and if your user replies by a quick reply button in a send template. So from here you can select your trigger event, but here I am going to keep it as same, that is keyword regex match. Now you might be thinking, what is this keyword and regex? So keywords are the words which initiate your WhatsApp chatbot. Now let's say I want to initiate my WhatsApp chatbot as soon as someone enters a message consisting of this word hello. So here I am going to just type this word and press the enter key, and here our one keyword is ready. And afterwards we are getting this option for regex. So regex is basically the short form for the regular expression. These are used for the advanced user input. So if you want to trigger any advanced user inputs, then you can enter regex like this. But here, as I've already added my keyword, I will be removing this regex from here. And on your left hand side you can see these messages and action blocks. So you can think of these messages and action blocks as the main building blocks for this WhatsApp chatbot flow. So you can drag any of these blocks and start creating your flow. And now if my user sends me a message in the form of keyword or regex, I'm going to send them a welcome message. So for that we just have to drag and drop, and here you can see we are getting this option for text button which you have to select. And here we are getting this text button node, where I'm going to enter a welcome message for my clients or customers. So here you can see I have entered this welcome message for my customers. Now I am going to add a button to this message node. So for that you simply have to click over this add button, and here you have to provide the button name. So now I am going to provide a name to my button here. So here you can see I have provided a button name, that is our services, and afterwards we are getting this option for selecting the button type. So from this drop down you can select your button type either as quick reply or link. So if you want this button to react as a quick reply button, then you can select quick reply, and if you want this button to react as a link, then you can even select link from this drop down. And here I am going to keep it as quick reply. Now let's click over this save button, and here we have successfully created our button. And now if my users select this button, I am going to send them list of the services offered by my business or my salon. So for that we just have to drag and drop, and here you can see we are getting this option for list which you have to select. And now on this list node, it is asking me to enter header, body and footer for the list. So here I'm going to provide only the body, but you can even provide header, body and footer as well. So now let's enter the body here. So here you can see I have entered this body to my list, and now I'm going to add some items or some services to this list. So for that we firstly have to create sections. So now let's click over this add section, and here I'm going to enter my section title as services, and afterwards I'm going to add some items to this list. So for that we simply have to click over this add items, and here we are getting this dialog box which is asking me to enter the title and the description. So here I'm going to enter only the title, but you can even provide the description of your services in this description box. So now let's enter the first item of our list or first service. So here I have provided the first item of my list. Now I'm going to add some more items likewise. So here you can see I have added 2 more items to my list. Now let's assign contact custom field to all these list items. Now you might be thinking why to do so? Because contact custom field help us to store extra information. Now as soon as my user will select any of these list items, so for getting the response I have to assign contact custom field to all these list items. And for that you have to move over the actions where you can see this option or this node that is set custom field, which you have to select or drag. And here I have connected this first list item with this contact custom field node, and here you can select the contact custom fields. So now for creating your own contact custom field, you just have to go towards the settings where you can see this option of contact custom fields which you have to select. And once you will select this contact custom fields, you will be landed to the contact custom fields page which I have already opened, and here you can see these are the contact custom fields I have previously created. And now for creating your own contact custom field, you simply have to click over this add more field button, and here you have to provide the field name. And as of now I have already created my contact custom field, so I am going to select it. So here I have selected my contact custom field service type, and now it is asking me to enter the value. So here you have to enter the value for which you are creating this contact custom field. So as you know, I am creating this contact custom field for this first list item, so here I have entered the same value. Now I am going to provide contact custom field to remaining list item as well. So here I have provided contact custom field to all these list items. Now if my user selects any of these list items, I am going to ask them some questions for making the booking. So for that we have to move towards the action where you can see this node that is ask question which you have to select. And now I am going to connect all these contact custom field nodes with this question node, and here I am going to enter a question asking for the full name of my client. So here I have entered this question asking for the full name, and now I am going to select my contact custom field as full name and the format as any. Now likewise I am going to add some more questions to this flow. So here you can see I have entered this another question asking for the email, where I have selected my contact custom field as email, and here I am going to select my format as email as well. And as you will select the format other than any, then it will ask you to enter the number of attempt. So here it is basically asking you to enter the number of attempt you want to provide to your user for entering a valid input. So here I have entered my number of attempt, and now I am getting this option for entering the validation error message. So validation error message is the message which will be sent to your users if they enter an invalid input. So here I am going to enter this validation error message, that is please enter a valid email, and afterwards I have entered some more question asking for the preferred date and the preferred timing of the appointment. Now if my user provides me the details, I want to save that details on my Google Sheet. So for that we have to use an action node, that is API request. So here I'm going to select it, and now for building the connection between Pabbly Chatflow and Google Sheet, we will be using an amazing product provided by Pabbly, that is Pabbly Connect, which can integrate different applications and automate your work. And here on the API request node you can see it is asking for the webhook URL. So for getting the webhook URL you have to move to my all Pabbly apps page which I have told you about. So here on my all Pabbly apps page you can see I'm getting this application, so I'm going to access, and now I'm going to create a workflow. So here I'm going to select my workflow builder, and now I'm going to provide a name to my workflow same as my chat flow. So here I have provided it the name, and now I'm going to select my folder as Pabbly Chatflow. Now let's click over this create button, And here I'm landed to my workflow page where it is asking me to select the trigger app. So here I'm going to select my trigger app as I want to initiate my this workflow as soon as I receive a new message over my Pabbly Chatflow. So here I'm going to select it, and now I'm going to select my app event as new message received. Now let's click over this connect button, and here I'm getting this webhook URL. So this is the webhook URL which is required for building the connection. So now let's copy it and paste it over the Pabbly Chatflow. So here I'm going to select my method as post, and afterwards I'm going to paste the webhook URL. Now on the parameter section, it is asking me to enter the key and select the contact custom field. So here I'm going to enter my first key as service as I want to save the service selected by my user. And here I'm going to select my contact custom field according to the key, that is service type. And now I'm going to add some more fields for which I want to save the data. So here I have created all the keys and selected the contact custom field. Now let's click over this test button, and here we have to enter the static value for testing. So now I'm going to enter my service type as haircut, and these values are only for the testing. And now I'm going to enter my full name as smart user, email as smartuser@pabblytudes.com, and my date as well. So here I have entered my test value. Now let's click over this run test, and now we are getting this pop-up, which means we have successfully sent the test data to the Pabbly Connect. And here you can see in my Pabbly Connect, my test data has been successfully captured. Now I am going to save this test data to the Google Sheet. So for that I'm going to use my action app as Google Sheet, which can be seen here. And now I am going to select my app event as add new row. Now let's click over this connect button, and here we are landed to this connection page where if you want to build a new connection, then you have to sign up with your Google account. And here I'm going to use my existing connection, so I'm going to simply click over the save button, and here it is asking me to select the spreadsheet where I want to save my data. So here I'm going to select my spreadsheet as salon appointments, and now we are getting some of the fields. So the first field we are getting is for entering the service. So here you have to enter the service which your user has selected. Now you might be thinking that I'm going to do it manually, but no, for this task I'm going to perform mapping, which is the real magic of Pabbly Connect. So mapping is basically inserting the data from the previous step so that you don't have to enter your values again and again, as mapping makes the field dynamic. And the process of mapping is simple. You just have to select the field which you want to map, and you have to select the slash sign, and you will be getting your previous application. So here I'm getting my previous application where I'm going to map my service, and now I'm going to map the full name which I have received, and now I'm going to map the email, and afterwards I'm going to map the date which I have recently sent by using the test data, and now I'm going to enter the timing or map the timing. So here I have mapped all these fields. Now let's click over the save and send test request button, and here we are getting this positive response which demonstrate that we might have built in the connection. So for checking it, let's move on towards my Google Sheet with me. So here you can see in my Google Sheet, I'm successfully receiving my test data. So with this, we have successfully built in our connection, and now let's move on towards our Pabbly Chatflow, and here I'm going to simply click over the save button, and afterwards I'm going to add my status fallback or the final message which I'm going to send to my users after saving the data. So here I'm going to use a text button node for sending a thank you or the confirmation message in a personalized way. So here you can see I have entered this confirmation or thank you message which says thank you $full name. Your $service type appointment is requested for $date at $time. Now you might be thinking, what is this $full name, $service type, and $date and time? So these specifies the contact custom field which we have recently selected in our questions and in the list. So now as soon as my user will provide me the response will be replaced in this message node, and we will be able to send personalized messages. And now we have successfully created a flow. So now let's click over the save button for saving it, and here we have successfully saved it. So now you can also create this amazing WhatsApp chatbot for your own business too, so that you can maintain the records of your clients or the appointments made for your business. And now you can even share the flow which you have created, and for that you have to go to the flow builder page. And here you can see this is the chatbot which I have recently created. So you have to select 3 dots of this flow, and here you will be getting this option for share flow which you have to select, and you will be getting the shareable links. So you can share this link with your friends, team members and colleagues so that they can also know about this amazing WhatsApp automation tool that is Pabbly Chatflow. So what are you waiting for? Start using Pabbly Chatflow now, and I have provided the link of the flow which I have recently created in the description box. So make sure to check it out. And if you face any doubts or challenges, then don't forget to mention it in the comment section. So thank you for watching this video. So you can create many more chatbots like this by using Pabbly Chatflow. Now if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can write it on forums.pabbly.com. But if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabbly Chatflow for free now.